Naku po mga kababayan, kinarma na nga itong ICC Chief Prosecutor. Nako, ayan. Sabi dito, former ICC Chief Prosecutor in Duterte case suspended amid 6 abuse claims. Ayan mga kababayan. Dahil sa 6 abuse ay sinuspende mga kababayan itong ICC Chief ng ng ICC mga kababayan. At maraming ang natuwa dito, lalo na yung mga supporter ni former President Duterte mga kababayan. At aabangan natin kung ano yung magiging positive na balita patungkol kay former President Duterte, lalo't na itong former ICC Chief Prosecutor ay sinuspende na mga kababayan dahil nga sa sex abuse. So panoorin natin yung buong detalye dito po sa wait lang, dito sa UNTV News and Rescue mga kababayan. Ito na po.
Kinumpirma ng Assembly of State Parties o ASP ng International Criminal Court na sinuspindi nila si ICC Chief Prosecutor Karim Khan.
Ayan, ICC Prosecutor Karim Khan mga kababayan. Kinumpirma din ng ICC noon na sinuspindi na ito.
Bunsod ito ng alegasyong sexual abuse ng isang miyembro ng kanyang opisina. Ayon sa pahayag ng 21-member bureau, nagpasya sila sa pamamagitan ng qualified majority na agad na ipatigil ang tungkulin ni Khan habang hinihintay ang pinal na desisyon ng kabuuan ng ASP. Nilinaw naman ng grupo na ang suspensyon ay hindi indikasyon ng magiging resulta ng kaso. Pansamantala na ring nag-leave ang 55 anyos na si Khan sa ICC mula May 2025. Sa panahon ding ito, naalis na siya sa paghawak ng high-profile cases gaya ng kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte.
Naalis na mga kababayan. Sana yung pumalit ay maayos at sana makalaya na si former President Duterte at makabalik na dito sa Pilipinas at dito hatulan mga kababayan kung ano nga ba ang kasalanan ni former President Duterte. Hindi doon sa ibang bansa, dapat dito sa ating bansa mga kababayan.
Pilipinas, magsasagawa ng special session ang ASP sa lalong madaling panahon upang talakayin ang kaso.
Yan yung detalye mga kababayan, balita yan dito sa UNTV News. At ngayon naman, punta tayo kay former President Duterte kasi yung bagong lead counsel ni FARRD ay nagbigay ng update sa dating Pangulo. So yan, panoorin natin kung ano nga ba ang update kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Eto na po mga kababayan, panoorin natin.
Attorney Peter Haynes, good afternoon. How are you today, sir?
I'm fine, but I'm not an attorney. You can call me Peter or counsel if you like.
Peter, it is an honor. Thank you for the time you have given me. How is our former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte?
He seemed in very good spirits today, very talkative and informative, and we discussed a wide range of topics of personal interest to him. Yes, he seemed on quite good form.
Is this your first time seeing him, sir?
No, this is about my 5th or 6th time.
Ah, perfect. Sir, in as far as the court's order for his medical examination,
I mean, the court has an ongoing duty to satisfy itself that he's fit to stand trial. The issue having already been raised during the pre-trial phase. And from now on, I think it will be kept under constant review every 4 months or so. And the next review will take place sometime towards the end of the summer. I don't know when the examinations will be precisely, but my guess is next month sometime.
Peter, in as far as your opposition to the Rule 68, a lot of Filipinos are actually thinking if you could share to us as well the substantiation of your opposition to that.
I'm not entirely sure we're completely opposed to the idea. At the end of the day, everybody wants the proceedings to go reasonably smoothly and quickly, particularly given the age of the former president. And so there's nothing, principled that we object to about Rule 68. What we are concerned about is that these applications that will come in the immediate period before the trial will become overwhelming in their number, because it's not just a question of the interviews that people have given, it's the large number of exhibits they might refer to or produce, videos, transcripts, diaries, and the like. So I think we're just being wary of being overwhelmed by applications that make it difficult for us to prepare for trial.
In as far as the length of the trial is concerned, do you have already a timeline as to the years, perhaps?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be years. I think it would be surprising if it was less than a year. A lot of it may depend on how long the former president can spend in the courtroom on a daily basis, because I think he's going to have to be there at some stages, and it may well be that he can't endure too long a day. But my guess would be that it won't take as long as 2 years.
Sir, in as far as your
2 years.
preparation for the trial is concerned, how confident is the defense team of the former president?
Well, I'm not going to express it in terms of confidence. I mean, you'll be aware of the fact that I was assigned less than a month ago, but the core of the original team is there. They're invaluable to me. I'm going to add to that team some very experienced lawyers. I've already added Kate Gibson, who's pretty much world famous, and I will add further people, and we will have as strong a team as has ever been assembled at the ICC, and we will approach this with real endeavour and energy.
Do you have any difficulties or some sort in as far as your integration to the team is concerned, sir?
None whatsoever.
Do you have a message to the Filipino people closely following what's happening to actually regard him as our living hero? And we are very much anticipate and look forward to the trial as well, which is set on the 30th of November.
This is the greatest honour and privilege of my professional
Ayan. Pakinggan natin yung mensahe niya sa mga Pilipino.
life. I'd like to thank those of you, and there are many, who have found my personal details and taken the trouble to wish me the best and pray and aid God's help, and I will do everything within my human power to fulfill their hopes too.
Peter Haynes, thank you so much for this opportunity. On behalf of the Filipino people all over the world, I will wish you good luck, and I know that, or we hope, that the former president will be brought back to the Philippines as soon as possible time.
Thank you, Alvin.
You're welcome, sir.
Yun mga kababayan, yung buong pahayag ng bagong lead counsel ni PRRD, mga kababayan. Sana soon makalaya na si former President Duterte, mga kababayan, kasi tagal niya na doon, 1 taon na mahigit, at hindi natin alam kung ayos pa bang kalagayan ni former President Duterte, kasi hindi naman natin nakikita araw-araw, at alam naman natin na matanda na talaga si former President Duterte. 80 plus na po si former President Duterte, at yung mga ganong edad ay talagang napakahirap na po kumilos, napakahirap na po maglakad, at syempre lalo na kung wala ka namang katuwang doon, ganun na yung edad mo, talagang napakahirap, mga kababayan. Na sana soon makalaya na si former President Duterte, at makita niya na yung kanyang bansang pinagmulan ng Pilipinas, lalo na dati siyang presidente ng Pilipinas, na talaga namang hinangaan ng maraming Pilipino, lalo na sa kanyang mga legacy dito sa bansang Pilipinas. Katulad ko, na talagang humanga din ako nung siya'y nakaupo ng pagka-presidente dito sa bansa natin, dahil marami po siyang nagawa na magaganda. Marami siyang nagawang at talagang tumatak sa maraming Pilipino at naramdaman natin yung talagang totoong pagbabago nung siya'y umupo dito sa ating bansa. So sana soon ay makatakas o makauwi na si former President Duterte dito sa bansang Pilipinas at makapamuhay na siya ulit ng simple, no? Dahil konti na lang po yung ilalagi ni PRRD dito sa sa ating mundo, dito sa Earth. Talaga namang gusto niya lang ay tahimik na buhay nung siya'y namuno ng ilang taon, 6 na taon mga kababayan, tapos pinadala lang siya doon sa dahig. Talagang napakahirap nun dahil hindi mo sariling bansa ay doon ka pa pinadala at talagang walang utang na loob yung nagpadala sa kanya mga kababayan. So yun lang po mga kababayan, sa mga bagong pasok dyan, pa-subscribe po ng ating channel mga kababayan. At yun po, hanggang dito na lang po. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.